Well, you really blew it this time. Thanks to your screw-up last week, the doctor just said that Ronda has to pull out of the mixed match challenge.
Damn it.
But I've got some good news. I already found you a new partner.
Let me guess. You found someone who hasn't competed in WWE in 30 years.
Actually, I found someone who's never competed in WWE at all. Me! I'm stepping down as GM to become an active WWE superstar.
What?
I've been thinking about making the move to in-ring competitor for a while now, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity, especially with a chance to win money for charity. I just love giving back to the community whenever I can. Anyway, let me know if you want to talk strategy before our match tonight. Oh, and one more thing. I tied up some loose ends before I stepped down as GM. You're going to defend your WWE Championship against Samoa Joe on the special 1500th episode of SmackDown Live in a submission match. Later, partner.
I can't believe Brooklyn's a WWE superstar now.
I can't believe I have to be her partner.
It's good she no longer has any authority, but it feels like she's even more ingrained in our lives.
At least it's now legal for you to punch her in the face. Again, I have to be her partner.
It can't be much worse than teaming with Drew McIntyre. It makes my skin crawl every time I have to tag him.
But you chose to team with McIntyre. I didn't have any say in this.
It wasn't like I had a ton of good options. Look, all that aside, I just have a feeling this isn't going to end well for anyone.
Well, at least I can still make the best of a bad situation and win some money for charity.
Even though I can't stand my partner, I still plan on winning the mixed match challenge.
Same here, on both accounts.
This is a start now as our former GM, Brooklyn Von Braun, makes her highly anticipated in-ring debut in WWE, replacing the injured Ronda Rousey. I still can't believe Brooklyn and Trey are partners. I mean, talk about an unlikely pairing. They've been at each other's throats for like 20 years. We'll have to see if their adversarial past affects the American Hero's ability to work together in the mixed match challenge. I guess Brooklyn came up with that team name. Real creative. Hey, at least it's not as bad as their opponents who call themselves the Moons over my Sammy. I like that. That you do. Oh, that's Street Slam! Now trampling the opposition. He continues to press forward. He's in non-stop attack mode. Now we have Sami Zayn on the attack. Finds a way to reverse. Sami Zayn starting to struggle. Whoa, Zayn dodged that one. Lightning quick. Oh, nasty impact. Turning around, it's Sami Zayn with the reversal. Oh, the drop. Incredible.
Whoa! Elbow drop. He got out of the way. Lost in the corner right now.
This is the kind of action you get in a mixed tag match. Working together.
Boom! Backdrop suplex. What a high angle right across the shoulders. Wait a second, it appears Brooklyn wants Trey to attempt the same double-team maneuver that injured Ronda Rousey.
Is she trying to prove she can do it better?
I don't know, but it looks like Trey's not quite sure about this after what happened to Ronda. Perfect execution by the American heroes. An impressive win for the new team of Trey and Brooklyn Von Braun.
I'm still not sure what to think about these two teaming. It's very strange.
It looks like Trey's still trying to get used to it as well.
I told you guys 100 times, Brooklyn's a professional. She likes winning much more than she dislikes Trey.
And here comes Trey's best friend, Red, for their mixed match challenge match.
Hey, good luck.
Well, that was awkward. You don't want to read too much into anything, but it certainly looked like Red just ignored Trey altogether.
Well, it's obvious Red is upset about Trey teaming with Brooklyn, but she'd better get over it fast or it's going to end up costing her team this match.
As this mixed match challenge match begins, we have to consider the possibility that Red's team could end up facing Trey and Brooklyn Von Braun at some point.
Well, given what we know about Brooklyn's ability to get under Red's skin, that could definitely be a volatile situation.
You would think that since this whole thing's for charity, that everyone would be able to manage their emotions, but if Brooklyn triggers hothead Red, all bets are off.
Her DDT. Big running Hurricane Rana.
Fantastic.
Spin kick to the midsection. Big back body drop.
What elevation. Kick to the midsection, sunset flip.
Oh, into a powerbomb. The switch here to Drew McIntyre.
Black is so dangerous with those strikes. Oh, watch this display of power.
What a kick. In off the tag.
Oh, man.
Ooh, well measured. Ruby Riot's in a bind.
Textbook vertical suplex. Bam.
On the apron.
The hardest part of the ring.
This is a big risk. Will it pay off? Ruby Riott with the reversal.
And Drew McIntyre just tagged himself in. Red didn't like that.
After some miscommunication on the tag, it appears Red and Drew McIntyre are having a minor disagreement.
This looks like it might be more than a minor disagreement. McIntyre is walking out and leaving Red to fight on her own.
Is anyone really surprised? This is what happens when two people who despise each other try to form a team.
At least Aleister Black isn't going to take advantage of this situation, as it looks like he's resigned to this essentially turning into a one-on-one match. Ruby Riott looking to unleash her particular brand of destruction tonight. Ruby's love of chaos makes her so dangerous with or without a squad behind her. And guys, looking through this Hollywood crowd, the faces of the stars are out tonight.
Well, thank you for noticing, but I work next to you all the time, Cole. You can stop being starstruck.
Textbook vertical suplex. Bam.
Look out.
From the top. Oh, target acquired and destroyed.
Now it's Ruby Riott fading a bit.
She needs to turn the tide here.
She seems to have gained the advantage here.
Nobody can match up with this woman when she's on a roll like this. Nobody.
Boom, what impact. Boom. She steers clear there. Oh, no. Oh, right to the throat.
Going up top. Here she goes.
From the top.
Ruby Riott just too quick.
She's got a long way to go before she should be thinking about a pinfall victory here.
Not what she was looking for.
Neck breaker.
What a shot.
Oh, here we go. Oh, the old whippersnapper.
Hey,
This could do it.
uh-oh.
1, 2, 3. What a way to win a singles match.
After a couple more wins for both our teams, Trey and I would be in a position we'd never been in before, standing across the ring from each other as opponents in the finals of the Mixed Match Challenge.
Good luck tonight. Seriously.
Yeah, you too.
Do you mean that? Because it seems like you can't bring yourself to say the actual words.
I can totally say it, but now that you told me to, it won't mean as much.
Come on, just say it. Good luck.
Hey, look, it's your partner.
How convenient.
You're talking to the opposition before our match? You do realize I could give them a competitive advantage.
My team doesn't need an advantage to beat someone who's had less than 5 matches.
I'm pretty sure I had less than 5 matches when I was tapping you out in high school, and tonight will be exactly the same. Except this time, a whole lot more people will see me embarrass you. Come on, we need to discuss what we're going to do with our prize money after we win. I was thinking we donate it to victims of identity heft. It's when people identify as skinny, but they're actually really fat. I think Red might have it.
This is it, the finals of the Mixed Match Challenge. One of these teams will take home $500,000 to donate to a charity of their choice.
Don't bury the lead, Cole. The charity part's nice, but the real story here is that best friends Red and Trey are facing each other for the first time ever. Things could get very interesting.
Normally, I think you guys were just trying to stir up drama, but Red and Trey have definitely seemed a bit off lately, and this match certainly won't help matters. Belly-to-belly suplex.
Gets out of the way.
And fast.
Launched with a belly-to-belly.
I'd say Drew McIntyre's career is a story of 2 completely different chapters. McIntyre himself would tell you his first chapter didn't quite go as planned, but boy, chapter 2 is a whole nother story. Caught off guard.
Hurricanrana.
Taking a shortcut here.
Come on, Red, you can't let her get away with that.
Not sure what made her think now was a good time for a pin attempt. There's the switch. Drew McIntyre's in.
Michael, I like your analogy of McIntyre's career as 2 different chapters. And while chapter 1 didn't necessarily blow anybody away, there was a foreshadowing of his future success.
Oh, even Mr. McMahon himself called McIntyre a future world champion, which of course later came true in 2017 when McIntyre defeated Brood for the NXT Championship.
What a suplex.
He's just dominating at this point.
No need to maintain that aggression.
Not looking good right now. Right to the back of the neck. From the middle rope. Oh, what a splash.
Look at this raw power.
Drew McIntyre beginning to look a little uneasy. And there's the reversal from Drew McIntyre. Boom, what a forearm.
Drew McIntyre made him pay there. Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Whoa, McIntyre able to avoid damage there.
Pow, what a shot.
Oh, foot just stomping down. He weaves out of the way. And again, yet another counter.
Textbook vertical suplex. Bam.
Very competitive tag team match. Jumping clothesline. What agility. Elbow drop. Does he get him here? And he got a near fall out of it.
Drew McIntyre drawing on his incredible reserves right now.
Very impressive, Byron.
Big reversal.
And what a reversal from Drew McIntyre. Not again.
One of these competitors is eventually going to have to gain the upper hand.
Textbook vertical suplex. Bam. Whoa, McIntyre. Drew McIntyre looking for the pin. And an early kick out in this unusual matchup.
Oh, man, I don't know who to root for.
He might have been waiting on that one. Oh, what a spear! Looking for the victory! 2 count. He got it. No, kick out at 2.
How'd he do that?
Here it comes. He's got him. Up and down. Bomb. Not done yet.
Again?
Hoping to end it here. This is it. 1, 2, 3. Despite their often heated and acrimonious past, Trey and Brooklyn Von Braun have managed to win the Mixed Match Challenge.
I just hope that now that this is over, there won't be any hard feelings between Red and Trey. They've been through too much together to let something like this get between them.
Judging from the look on Red's face, I think that ship has sailed, and she doesn't seem to be taking this very well at all. I mean, why would she? Red just lost to her best friend and her worst enemy. I'd be angry too.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? What's up with you riding with her?
Relax. I offered him a ride since we're both going to the gym.
Nice necklace, by the way. Real classy.
Thanks. I'll get you my jeweler's info. I bet he can throw together a runner-up version in no time.
Look, I know we usually ride together, but I wanted to get some extra training in since Samoa Joe basically wants to strangle me to death with his crazy cyborg arm at SmackDown 1500.
I'd be happy to help you work on your submissions. After all, I had a career record of 24-2 in MMA. I left that necklace at home.
You training me is a great idea. It could help me survive Samoa Joe, and who knows, maybe even beat him.
Good. We'll get started right away. And before you say anything, I'm just looking to help. It's the only way he's going to survive the coquina clutch. I mean, that little reversal trick you taught him might have worked in their first match, but let's face it, he needs some real training. We'll set up a time later, partner.
So what, are you friends with her now?
No, it's not like that.
Well, it seems like that. I mean, first you're riding with her, and now you're training with her? Did you forget this is the same person who's tormented us for 20 years?
I got to ride with her one time, and besides, maybe she's changed, okay? People do that. And she was a good teammate, good enough that we won the Mixed Match Challenge.
Are you trying to rub it in? Because I think your teammate's ridiculous necklace accomplished that already. And by the way, who is in charge of handling the charity money that you won?
Brooklyn. She gave it to an animal shelter in our hometown.
Did it ever occur to you that maybe she took the $500,000 and spent it on that awful necklace and murder coat she was wearing? I bet the animal shelter doesn't even exist.
Can't assume any of that.
I'm not assuming she's a terrible person. I know that. And I thought you did too.
Come on. Red. That mural's kind of freaking me out. It feels like you're watching me from every angle.
I am. But focus here. So when Samoa Joe gets you in the coquina clutch this time,
How do you know he'll get me in it?
it's a submission match, which means he'll be going for it early and often. So you have to be prepared. And what I was going to say before you interrupted me...
Sorry, won't happen again.
What I was going to say is your little trick you used against him 10 years ago when you rolled backwards to get the win isn't going to work this time. He'll be ready. And even if you pulled it off, it won't do any good because this is a submission
Rivalry match. Rivalry submission match.
Right. So I'm Samoa Joe, and I'm going to put you in the coquina clutch. Try to escape.
Oh, I tap.
That was pathetic.
I know. How am I ever gonna beat Samoa Joe? I mean, once she cinches in that arm around my neck, it's all over. Goodbye, WWE Championship. Goodbye, Trachea. Goodbye, Earth. Hello, big ring in the sky. hopefully.
Okay, stop. You're spiraling. It's not about his arm, it's about his legs.
Huh?
I studied hours of footage of Samoa Joe locking in the coquina clutch. You're welcome. And I discovered a hidden flaw that's going to allow you to counter it and beat him. Give me your phone. Voice password?
Trey and Peyton Royce forever?
Voice recognition volume too low. Please try again.
Trey and Peyton Royce forever. It's a joke. Please don't tell her.
Anyway, like I said, I watched a lot of tape on Samoa Joe, and I discovered this. Watch his ankles. See how he crosses them? He does it every time. That's your opening to beat him.
I don't get it.
Of course you don't. Let me show you. Put me in the coquina clutch and make sure you cross your ankles like Joe does.
What the heck was that?
The secret to not getting the life choked out of you and walking away with your WWE Championship.
Wow, this is weird to say with all our history, but I don't know what I'd be doing right now without your help.
I guess I've been in a charitable mood lately.
Well, seriously, thanks for teaching me this. So, I guess we're good to go now?
Are you kidding? You haven't actually learned how to do the counter yet. On your back. We're going to start with a hip motion. I'll film on your phone so you can watch it back later. It locked again.
Trey and Peyton Royce forever!
Welcome to the special 1500th episode of SmackDown Live.
SmackDown Live has been the home of some amazing matches over the years, and tonight we continue that tradition with the long-awaited, much-anticipated battle between Trey and Samoa Joe.
This submission match for the WWE Championship is 7 years in the making, going back to Trey's debut when he shocked the WWE Universe and Samoa Joe. But tonight on SmackDown 1500, will Joe finally get his revenge?
Hey, what are you doing?
Studying my training footage. I think I actually have a chance tonight thanks to Brooklyn.
Yeah, about her.
I don't want to get into it again. I need to focus on my match.
I actually wanted to apologize. I might have been acting a little crazy lately.
A little?
Okay, slightly more than a little. I called the animal shelter that Brooklyn said she donated the money to, and turns out she wasn't lying.
See? I told you she's changed.
I think I just got caught up with us competing against each other in the mixed match challenge. And then I felt like I was losing my best friend to pretty much the worst person I could imagine. But maybe she's not the worst person after all. There's probably some terrible dictators or criminals on death row who are slightly worse.
That's very big of you to say that. So you should be cool with the fact that Brooklyn is going to be in my corner tonight then, right? I need her out there to coach me through the technique she taught me.
Totally cool with that. Not bothered at all. Besides, I have a big announcement to focus on.
About what?
Well, I decided to get back to concentrating on the list, and there's one thing on there I always wanted to accomplish, but it never seemed possible. Especially when Brooklyn was GM, no offense to your new BFF. But since this is a very special episode of SmackDown Live, it's the perfect time to make it happen. Good luck tonight. Seriously.
Hey, you finally said it.
And I meant it. Tonight, we celebrate 1,500 episodes of SmackDown Live. On nights like this, we look back at the amazing superstars who helped us get here. For me, personally, when I was an awkward teenager, the thought that I could someday do this seemed like a total long shot. But I was inspired by women like Beth Phoenix, the Bellas, Natalia, and Mickie James. Around that time, I created this list of goals I'd someday want to accomplish if I ever made it to WWE. Well, I think I've more than made it. But there's one thing on this list that all those women I mentioned accomplished. But I never have, because it's kind of impossible now. But if I've learned anything on my journey, it's that nothing is truly unattainable. The goal I'm referring to is winning the title that I grew up watching. The WWE Divas Championship. Like I said, kind of hard to do considering it hasn't existed in almost 15 years. But I'm proposing that WWE bring the Divas Championship back so I can honor the women who blazed a path for me and prove that no dream is ever hopeless or unimaginable.
Wait, what? And you want me to tell her right now?
I'm sorry, but I was just told to inform you that the Divas Championship is already spoken for.
Already spoken for? It hasn't existed in over a decade. How is that even possible?
They said you would hear more in the very near future. That's all I know.
What just happened?
I have no idea, but apparently someone in the back has other plans for the Divas Championship.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
It's happening tonight on SmackDown. 1,500 after nearly a decade of anticipation.
I don't think Trey was anticipating this as much as Samoa Joe, especially considering it's a submission match, which definitely favors Joe in his coquina clutch.
Let's not ignore the fact that Trey has Brooklyn Von Braun in his corner tonight, who could be the difference maker. Supposedly, the ex-MMA star has been working with Trey on his submission defense in preparation for this match.
I don't care who's in Trey's corner. There is no way he walks away with his WWE Championship. In fact, he'll be lucky to walk away at all.
His offense is on point right now.
Just producing an onslaught. Gentlemen, this is Samoa Joe. He is a very, very horrible person. He doesn't lie to the public about what he is. He doesn't sit behind a gilded curtain and try to tell the world he's a good person seeking justice and righteousness. No, Samoa Joe seeks domination and victory. This is Samoa Joe, and you will know him by the trail of carnage left in his wake.
Up on their shoulders.
Down in a hurry.
The champ getting worked over here.
Yeah, he's being torn apart in there.
Oh, read him there.
Jumping clothesline. What agility.
Look at this raw power.
He's in control. Gutbuster!
Oh, what a forearm. Haymaker connects. Hit the mark with that one.
Powerbomb! Elbow drop! Stomping! Ouch! Spear! The challenger not looking good right now.
Yeah, he's looking off his game now.
Powerbomb. Abdominal stretch. It's locked in.
This is a
Jeez, he let him out. Wow.
A dubious decision there for sure. Too quick to catch him there. Lightning fast reflexes.
Sharp clothesline. And Samoa Joe locks in the coquina clutch.
Trey's attempting a counter.
What's the matter? Not like you planned?
It looked like Trey attempted a counter to the coquina clutch that Brooklyn must have taught him, but for whatever reason, it just didn't work.
It's over.
It may not be the Universal Championship that Trey defeated him for 7 years ago, but Samoa Joe gets the vindication he was looking for, as he is the new WWE Champion. What the hell?
No, no, no! This is awful!
Was this some kind of setup all along?
It had to be. Hindsight's 20/20, but Brooklyn Von Braun's change of heart was way too good to be true.
Saxton, you said Brooklyn was going to be the difference maker tonight, and you were right for once. If she and Samoa Joe have formed an alliance, and it would appear that they have, Red and Trey's lives are going to be changed forever.